journey started way back in primary school, and years on, he's still burning the musical fire in him. In today's episode, we speak to Juveh as his fans know him, where he narrates his journey.
Juveh was born in Nakuru. Unajua wanaita Nakuru. Nakuru wanaita Nakuru, Nairobi wanaita Nairobi. So I was born, watu wa Nakuru ni hivyo ndio tunaita. I was born in Nakuru. Pale ilikuwa inaitwa Provincial General Hospital. Alafu nika grow up bado huko. Mtaa mwingine ilikuwa inaitwa Railways. Tulikuwa naishi na grandmother, so grandmother alikuwa anawaka hapo Railways, na mokoro alikuwa anawakubali na mzaya wako area. So mimi nilikuwa mtoto wa nyanya, tulikuwa naitwa mtoto wa nyanya. So huko ndo nikagrow na grandmother alikuwa mtu music sana, alikuwa anaimba church choir na nini. So mimi nikigrow up nilikuwa namcheki vile ile time akienda tizi ya choir, niko naye hapo. Nasikiza mazee, naona music mazee ndio ile kitu man. I joined the school choir when I was in class 6. Lakini bado nilikuwa chopi. Nilienda shule yenye bado ilikuwa ni ya maana. Hiyo time ilikuwa ni after national provincial school, Menengai High School. Na hiyo Menengai High School ungeingia kama ulikuwa mtu mchezo. So I can't say that music ilini effective sana.
He later on released a few songs and joined a musical competition that was well known in East Africa and beyond.
I learned guitar when I was 18. That's when I learned how to play the guitar. And then hiyo rhythm guitar. I can also play the keyboard. Like the first instrument I learned. Alafu kabla hiyo nikiwa kwa process ya kuilearn kabisa, nika join NYS. Join the National Youth Service kwa Gilgil, kenda tukakimbia. Ikafika time nikaona mimi si ndo nataka. I really wanted to become a soldier. Nilikuwa nataka nikuwe jeshi, yani nitembeage na bunduki. Nilikuwa napenda movies za Rambo na Chuck Norris sana na Schwarzenegger. So nilikuwa nataka nikuwe jamaa wa soldier yani. Nikaingia pale NYS ndio nianze hiyo. Nilikuwa naambiwa ukiingia NYS ni rahisi sana kuingia jeshi ama utaingia pale na kacheo. Lakini mimi nikaingia huko nikarealize hiyo haikuwa ni calling. Calling yangu ilikuwa ni music. So nikatoka NYS nikarudi nikaanza kuimba tu mtaani Nakuru. Ghafla Benvu audition ya TPF ikatokea. Nikaingia, alafu Mungu ni nani? Even nikaingia TPF. But before that nilikuwa nimejaribu TPF mara tatu before niingie. TPF 1 nilijaribu. Nikafika mission kama utakall, sikuwahi calliwa ya pili, utakall. Wakanicall kweli, wakaniambia pole au kumeka. Ya tatu same thing. Sasa ya 4, Mungu ni nani? Akaona huyu jamaa anataka kuingia kwa hii kitu sana. Akanifanya nikaingia.
The experience learned from the competition played a big role in shaping his musical career.
Hiyo intake nilichukulia TP4, hiyo ndio ilifanya nikuje nione yenyewe music inaweza. Hapo ndo nilianza sasa officially my music career, ile V series professional. Niliingia pale nikaona tulikuwa Wakenya wengi sana tulijaribu kuingia. Na si ati mimi niliongana, si kuonga mtu. Ni kuimba tu niliimba, judges wakabambika. Na akaona pia nilikuwa na hiyo consistency ama ni nini, si kuimba moyo hizo zote tatu. Unajua kwa niona sisi tumeona ile bado TPF2 ndio huyo, bado TPF3 ndio huyo, EF4 wacha tumsikize. Nika do my best, nikaingia. Unfortunately nilivotiwa nje na students wenzangu, ma contestants. But sisemi ati haikuniua moyo by the way. Sasa nikatoka nje nikafanya mambo ajabu. In the next year tukakuwa chosen na tukadhaa, mimi, Amelina, Steve and some two other guys, tukaenda ku represent Kenya na Africa at the International Young Musicians Contest, Ukraine. We formed a band. Me, Nyawirah, she was in TPF 5 after head to TPF 4. Me, Nyawirah, there's this guy Devi Kamoko. Saizi ndio among jina big sana kwa Mugithi industry. na wengine kadhaa. We were in the same class, music school. So we formed a band, ni Sisi Band. Na tumekuwa tukichapa. We've been together for the last since 2012. For the last, I think, ni 8 years. Na tunachapa job mob sana. Tuko na song nje inaitwa Bamchikicha. Tuko na song nyingine pia inaitwa House of Lungula. Tulifanya, kuna hii movie ilikuwa inaitwa House of Lungula. Sisi ndio tulifanya hiyo theme song. Na pia tumekuwa tukifanya vitu mob sana.
Among the bandmates is Nyawirah, who was also a contestant in Tusker Project Fame 5.
In 2012, I had like 3 months to spare in the calendar, right? And I didn't want to go back to Nyawirah. So I'm in Nairobi, and there's auditions for Tusker Project. I think I should take a swing at this thing. They're like, you know what, do it. And then I said, you know, if I go into this thing, then I don't have to go back to the farm. That's cool, right? So I did it. And then to my total surprise, because seriously, I didn't think much was gonna come out of it, I go through. And it was like a really amazing experience in terms of like the music, the different cultures exchanged in there, the lessons. It was so much in so little time you take in. And obviously now for me that changed like my social standing overnight. You know, I went in there, a campus student just needing 3 months break, and then I left there, somebody who the whole country knows. It was crazy. And then it was the very first big stage I ever performed at, and right there I just decided, you know what, this feels nice, I'm gonna do this. I feel like I could. Sisi Band is my chosen family. We've been playing together for, it's gonna be a decade soon. A decade. Amazing, right? So when we met, we were, I just left TPF and then hopped onto a project where UNICEF was coming to counties, every county in Kenya, worked with the Kenyan government trying to sensitize young people so we wouldn't have another like post-election violence. You know, it was an election year. So we did the tour with the National Youth Talent Academy, whereas most of my bandmates, apart from Juveh, who was also on Tusker Project Fame, the rest of them all we did the tour, did a few gigs. One time at a UNICEF gig they asked, what's the name of the band? We're like, guys, we graduated from music school, so hatuwezi sema sisi ni Talent Academy Band, you know. So the theme of the event was ni sisi, you know, and it was also about young people, you know, kama sisi ni nani. The concept was taking the country's like reins on and giving it to like the young people, like a handover event. So we said Sisi Band, you know, we're the band for today's event. And every time that came up in the next like week in conversation, it was so funny. Sio sisi ni nyinyi. Mnezaje itwa ni sisi. And then when somebody says that, you're like, sio nyinyi ni sisi, you know. It stayed that way and it stuck, and we registered it and we were like, you know what, yeah, let's keep it. And that's how we ended up being called Sisi Band. Ever since, we've been a family. Our parents know each other, our partners know each other, our families know each other. We show up for each other even at home events and things like that. We've become like siblings, you know, which is why I usually like to say how great of a unifier music can be, because it gave me a family, you know, a whole second family, you know. So for that, I'm so grateful. Those guys are like brothers for me, you know. We've done, I'm sure you know our single Abam Chikicha, yeah. So at the time when we were writing Abam Chikicha, it was the most difficult thing. Imagine a group of 8 people trying to write one song. Yo, and it's like, so yeah, according to the texture of your voice, this is probably where I feel you should come in. No. I had much rather finish the song. I had much rather take the bridge. It was like dinner time at home, you know. Just minus the parents, just the kids, you know. And I would say it's been one of my hugest gifts.
Juveh and his bandmates not only entertain people with their music, but also give back to the society in whichever way they can.
We are versatile. Tuko na mziki ya wazae, tuko na we also play mziki ya kina mbogi hizo mbogi zote. Tuko na country. I do a lot of country music and reggae. Naye kuna mtu mwenye ana concentrate na mogithi, kuna mwenye ana concentrate na rock, R&B, soul. Yani tuko kila mtu akona strength yake. So unapata kama mimi ni mtu wa hizo country na mogithi na rumba na country rumba na soul na classical. Kuna mtu mwenye ana concentrate na rock, manaija, manini, but song yetu ni sijui nisemeni, abamchiki cha hata wazae wanasikia. So song yetu naweza sema si ati ni muziki tu ya watu kadhaa, ni yenye inaweza sikizwa na kila mtu. We shall give back to the community by kwenda tuna entertain, maybe unapata kama children's home, tutaenda pale tujibambe afternoon mzima na watoi, tuite mabest wetu, tuone vile tunaweza tunaita mabest wetu na mafans wetu watu saidie mtu mwenye anaweza toa kitu akuja tuende tu distribute kwa children's home, ama tu kwenda kujibamba na wazae na wachezea gitaa, marumba na nini. Na okay, tuna plan pia kwenda kwa prison, hiyo ndio bado hatujaenda. So tuna plan pia kwenda kutembelea kwa bamba juu pia hata kama walifanya noma. Wengine pia ni bahati mbaya, wengine ni kuwekelewa, wengine ni ukweli. But wote ni binadamu. Bado ni mabrother zetu, ni masista zetu. Na wakiwa pale ndani pia tukienda pale tunawapatia moral. Muhimu sana.
As a band, we have a provision for music training. We got free training as well. We were kids once. People took a chance on us. So once in a while, when we can, we also take a chance. We've worked with guys like the Brookhouse School. So one of the Tasker Project Fame judges is a teacher there of music. So we've worked with his school and been like the motivation and peer judges for his students. It's always so lovely. And we also have projects where let me just mention one. We have an organization we always partner with. It's called Lash. It's called Lash Kenya. Primarily, they deal with mentally challenged adults. Yeah, but it's part of a bigger umbrella where now we have a specific section that deals with people that have been affected and or orphaned by HIV, and then we have another one where it's the one that's called Effort now. The one we mostly deal with, it's the one that deals with grown-ups that are mentally challenged, and then we have another one also that deals with rehabilitated street boys and girls. So on and off, we've been part of like community outreach programs, and one of the most important things we do is make sure we see or we win off the ones with musical talent.